It's fall time and you want to slay that lawn. Don't make these 4 costly mistakes. Now, believe it or not, there is no wrong time to start slaying that lawn as long as the lawn is growing, and fall time makes for perfect preparation for springtime. Now, the first mistake that a lot of people are making this time of the year is they're either watering too much and or too little by not adjusting the sprinklers. Now, as a general thumb, we just want to keep the ground moist. Now, we don't have as much evaporation, meaning the water going up into the air. So oftentimes in areas like mine, where we're desert climate, we can bring that water way down. If we overwater, we end up with a bunch of fungus that we have to deal with later. But on the flip side, if we're underwatering, we're not allowing the grass to grow healthily and to get good root development, which happens over the fall time. And the second mistake people commonly make are not getting rid of the leaves off of the grass. Now, we can do this a couple of ways. Leaves are highly dense in nutrients, so mulching it is the absolute best thing that you could possibly do, but you want to make sure that you get those leaf particulates down to almost a fine ground dust, so you're not really seeing it lay across the lawn. You want to make sure that it's nutrient available, and mulching is the best way of doing it. The risk that we run by leaving the leaves there is the leaves tend to mat and they groove together and they end up choking the grass out. So removing them is the best thing you can do to avoid having moldy, dead grass on your lawn. The third common mistake that people are making is they're leaving the grass long and they stop mowing. Now, the biggest problem with this is as the rains come and as the winter comes, that topical tissue, when left long, is going to die out. It's going to mat together and you end up with a fungus like snow mold. And then you have to end up doing a lot more work to get it out of the snow mold state by coming out and raking it and pulling it back upwards. And to avoid this, it's very simple. We want to start mowing a couple of times a week. Now, what this allows us to do is about every 3rd to 4th mow, we can drop the height of cut and we can start mowing shorter to avoid these issues. Now, by the end of it, once the ground temps get to about 40 degrees, I want my grass to sit at between 1 and 2 inches in height. Common mistake number 4 is the simple one. People stop feeding and fertilizing the lawn. Now, this time of the year, there's a few changes we want to make. If you want to keep the lawn super green, I prefer to do a feeding about every 4 weeks. And right now my focus is using a 7-4-14. Very high in nitrates that are ammoniacal or ammonium nitrates. And I'm also focused on higher potassium levels. Now, our phosphorus levels in my region are already fairly high, so I'm not too focused on that. But what this is going to do is the high potassium, high nitrogen diet, it's going to help overall growth, and it's also going to help keep my lawn very green. Well, these are my 4 common mistakes. If you guys have any others that you thought of, post it down in the comments below to help other people out. Till next time, guys, it's the Pest and Lawn Ginger. We're slaying lawns.